Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Hood Logic, and I'm back with another story time. And today I'm going to tell the story of my first time going to the county jail. That day was just like any other day. Started out hanging out, chilling on the computer, wandering around, smoking, chilling. I'm about 19 years old, right around there. I think 19. So as the day goes on, my dad is dating a woman who has a son who's like right around my age, a couple years younger, 2-3 years younger than me. So, and he's at my house, he wants to hang out. So we head out to my house and go pick him up. With no plan, no direction, just to wander. So we head down into the city and we're just chilling. We go to the weed spot, go get something to eat, go here, go there, you know, just whatever. Nice summer night. I think it was summer. Yeah, it was middle of summer. As time goes on, it's getting later. We're running out of options and things to do. Somebody wanted a cigarette, so we head to the Lucy spot. And as we get to the block that the Lucy spot is on, I see somebody walking. And really for no reason, I tell my dad's girlfriend's son, stay right here, don't move. I'm in the passenger seat, he's in the back seat. I tell him, stay there, don't move. I get out the car, and the guy walking towards the store, I'm like, yo, what up? Run your pockets. What you got in your pockets? Halfway joking, almost. And he's backing up, and we approach him. Now we're in the middle of the street. And he says something like, in my 20-something years, I've never been robbed. So I tell him, oh, well, today is your lucky day. Today's your first day. You're about to get it. And I look at him and he's looking past me now. He's not looking at me no more. He's looking past me. So I turn to look, and the woman's son is standing outside of the passenger side of the car with a ski mask on his face. And I didn't even know that we had ski masks in the car. So I'm kind of taken back by it until I realized. And I turn back and he's taking off. And I take a couple steps towards him, but I'm not about to chase after him. So my boy goes in the store, gets the cigarettes, and comes out, and we bounce. We're out. We continue wandering around, just driving aimlessly, you know, what teenagers do when they have nothing else to do. So it's getting later. It's probably like 11:30, 12 o'clock. I tell him, all right, son, I'm ready to just go home. Just bring me home. And as we're heading towards my house, I see somebody walking. I see him from the back side, like the back of his head. And he got a gas can in his hand. And as we get closer, I realize that it's the guy who I just approached at the store. And his window's broken, so I can't roll down the window. So as I tell him, slow down. And as we get up to him, I bang on the window, and I'm like laughing at him, pointing, laughing, whatever. Immediately, he pulls out his phone and flips it open. And I'm thinking he's pretending like he's calling his friends for backup. And I'm just like, whatever. Just keep going, just go. I'm tired, you know. So we're way down the block. And as you come up that block that we're on, there's two roads that one runs up it and one runs down it, parallel to it. And if you're watching, I don't know why you would be, but you could see the cars on those roads traveling at nighttime. So we come to a red light. I'm looking out the window, just daydreaming almost. And I see a cop drive by with his lights on. Man, I really don't think nothing of it. It's late. We're not in a good area, and it's not unusual for police activity, right? So we get up a couple more blocks, and now I'm looking out the window again, and I see another cop drive by with the lights on. And now I turn to my boy and I say, yo, did you see that? You saw that? And he said, nah, I didn't see nothing. The first time I didn't say nothing. As I'm saying that and I'm looking at him, sort of like out the window, his window at the same time, I see another cop drive by the opposite direction. I'm like, yo, something's not right. So the light turns, we continue on up a couple more blocks, and we get to a 4-way, another red light. Sit there for 30 seconds, and boom. From every direction, police swarm us. State police, town police, and city police. Spotlights on us and from all directions, guns drawn, and they're announcing over the loudspeaker, giving us directions. Take the keys out, throw the keys out the window, put your hands out the window, open the door, get out, get on the ground. They cuff us. We get in the car, we're out. We get to the police station, and they say, oh, so you guys like to rob people, huh? And I tell them, rob people? I didn't rob nobody, because I'm still like wondering what's going on. Because what I did to that guy wasn't a robbery. I didn't touch him. I didn't take nothing from him. Like, I barely even threatened him. Right? So I'm not even thinking that's even nothing. So it must be something old, right? That's what I'm thinking still. He says, oh, you like to rob people? Like, what? I didn't rob nobody. I don't got nothing to say. Get my lawyer. Okay. He says, stay right here. Somebody wants to speak to you. Speak to me? For what? 30 minutes, 45 minutes goes by, and 2 detectives walk in the door with a big case file, big clipboard, big, and they start asking me very interesting questions about gangs and gang activity, and I'm going to get a little bit more into that a little bit later, right? I tell him, officer, I don't know anything about a gang. I'm not in a gang. That's that. I need a lawyer. I asked for a lawyer. Where's he at? And they let me go. They put us in the holding cells downstairs, and they separate me and my co-defendant. My dad's girlfriend's son was a minor, so they come pick him up. He goes home that night. I left that part out. So they separate my co-defendant and myself on opposite sides of the holding area. And as we're sitting there, I'm stressing. It's dirty, it stinks. I'm tired, but it's dirty. I don't want to even sit down in there. I've never been in here before. And I hear some commotion. I'm sitting up, like almost halfway dozing off, and I hear a commotion, and it's 2 more people coming in together, and then they separate them. And they put somebody right next to me. And he's like, yo, young blood, what you in here for? And I tell him, probation violation, even though I'm not on probation. I just know from running around, you go to jail, you don't talk about your case, right? So he asked me, you don't even ask nobody, but since he asked me, I asked him. And he starts telling me a story. He was hanging out on the porch at a party, on the front porch, and some guy was walking by, and out the blue, the guy walking by grabbed somebody standing on the porch and just started stabbing him in the face, and stabbed the person in both eyes. Stabbed their eyes out. And I'm like, hey, yo. So that's what I got to look forward to, basically. People who stab people's eyes out. Crazy. So, whatever. Next morning, we go to court. We have court. And this is my first time in big boy court like this. I've been through the whole juvenile thing, but your parents there with you now. I'm on my own. My lawyer comes down, talks to me, and that day we're getting arraigned. So we get arraigned, and I want to do like a part 2 to this story, and I'll talk more about the court case and all that. We get arraigned, they send us back, they send us to the jail. Now, I've never been to county jail, but, like, it is what it is. So I get to the jail and they assign me to a unit and they send me to Unit 1. And Unit 1 is for the big boys, the big felonies, the big violent crimes, big drug dealers, people who getting ready to go to prison, people who's been to prison and getting ready to go back, and people who have been in prison 20 years or more or less and won an appeal, and now they're coming back down to get their sentences modified and all that, right? So I go to Unit 1. I get in there, put all my stuff away, and I just go out to the floor just to get the feel for what's going on, right? Whatever, it's cool. I'm chilling, the TV's on, they're playing cards over here, showers over there, phones over there. I'm not even thinking about the phone yet. Couple hours into it, a lady CO comes around asking who wants to go to Unit 22 and 23, and nobody's volunteering, so I'm not volunteering. I don't even know what it is, but it piqued my interest, I'll say that. So I see somebody that I recognize from the town and I approach him, chop it up with him. The lady comes back around. 22, 23. I still don't volunteer, but this time I'm next to somebody. So I'm like, yo, what is 22, 23? And he breaks it down. He says, they got weights over there. It's brand new. Carpets, microwaves, boiling water. The yard is right there. You can go out to the yard anytime you want. And the main thing is they got air conditioning. The rest of the jail is old, dirty. There ain't no air conditioning. There's big fans. That's about it. As soon as he said AC, I said, all right, I'm out. I'm in there. Next time she comes around, I'm volunteering. Hour, 2 hours goes by. She comes back. 22, 23. So I put my hand, I raise my hand. Right here, I'm out. Let's go. She tells me, pack your stuff up and let's head out. So that's what I do. We walk in. Yo, it's like a whole new world. It's mad big. If Unit 1 had 25 cells, Unit 22 and 23, I don't remember which one I went to that night, got 50 cells, 60 cells. It's mad big. It's cold. The first thing you feel is the cold air when you walk in there. Mad big, mad clean. Carpets, like I said, right? So I'm chilling. I see people that I recognize from the town. I end up cooking up with a couple of them, right? But it's late. By the time I got over there, it was late. It was like 8 o'clock probably. And lock-in's like 10:30, so I don't got much time to, move around and see how everything moves. I figure the next morning I'll get to it early. So lock-in comes. I go lock in the cell, right? First night, going to sleep in jail, whatever. Ain't nothing. The next morning, I wake up to a pounding, like a crazy pounding on my cell door. And I'm startled. Imagine, you wake up in a new place, right? You're startled. You wake up in a new place and you realize you're in jail. That's a whole new type of being startled. But anyway, I bang, 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 bang. And I jump up and I look towards the banging and I see like a piece of paper floating through the air, right? Fuck. I'm still fully dressed with my shoes on and all. I went to sleep with my shoes on, all my clothes, all that. So I get up and I could see from the bed that it's like a ripped piece of newspaper, right? So I'm like, what the hell? I get up and go pick up the newspaper and I look at the paper and it's my picture circled. Rolling 20 Crip members arrested. 16-month investigation. And I'm like, yo, what the F? And that's where I'm going to stop this story and I'm going to pick it up on part 2 and talk about that morning and what I went through after that, and the whole case and the ending of the case and how it all ended and stuff like that. So if you want to hear part 2, like it up, subscribe if you're not already, drop a comment and let me know what you think. All right, I'm out. Peace.